This video, I didn't even script it that much because I was kind of like, this is just a conversation Vegard and I have.
So different to the other episodes.
So you know what I've realized as of today, but this won't be true once the video goes live.
What?
I'm turning 25 in 100 days. It makes me feel fine. I'm never someone who's been like scared by age, but studies suggest, based on a professor of music from Ohio, that the dopamine and oxytocin released from your brain from music are at its peak from the ages of 15 to 25. My problem is, because that makes you really nostalgic for the music you hear from the ages of 15 to 25. And I'm still in that period. I have it for another year and 100 days. But it means I have 1 year and 100 days to cram in as much music as possible to be nostalgic for the rest of my life. And that's the part I'm dreading.
Out of everything turning 25 scares people about, you're dreading not being nostalgic for music.
I just never want to be that guy that wakes up one morning like, oh, the music these kids these days are listening to suck. I never want to be that guy. I want to be that person that continues to know what the popular music is and what people are listening to. Basically, I've known my parents my entire life. And when I was growing up, the things they listened to was the stuff they would have listened to when they were younger. They didn't really keep up with modern music. So whenever I talk to them about what's doing well in the charts now, they just don't care. They don't care what the kids are listening to these days. I'm putting this thought out into the world and saying, I'm manifesting.
I keep spinning.
Vegard's on a chair this week. We got a chair budget this week.
Except it's my chair that I took from my room.
So I want to talk about, with music, nature versus nurture. Do you know the nature versus nurture thing?
Do I know of the concept of nature versus nurture?
I don't know, you looked so blankly at me. I was like, I believe that music is almost, I'm gonna say almost 100% again.
You said it was 100% mental.
To actually be good at a sport, it's all mental. I think I said almost 100% mental. It's all mental. My famous last words. I believe music is almost 100% environmentally influenced.
Okay.
That's my statement. For example, I always find, and this isn't intentional, but I always find this, that I'm more into British and Irish artists. So henceforth, artists I would have listened to growing up and that would have been easier access to me. I automatically find myself listening to more stuff and enjoying more stuff like that. And henceforth, I think it should be environmental. I
don't listen to any of the music my parents listen to.
But what would your parents have listened to? What would the music you'd have heard growing up?
Jazz.
Okay.
It's I'm just hitting every instrument randomly. That kind of jazz.
But so then I guess environmentally, you have then kind of made your own music. I think everyone at some point makes their own music taste. And this is where I came back to that whole 14, 15 thing, because I feel like when I was in my early teenage years, that's when I was really morphing my own musical brain with
I think earlier than that for me, because I had older brothers, so they had LimeWire, and I downloaded all my favorite.
I feel that.
Do you think the statute of limitations has run out on me saying I burned CDs?
Yeah, do you think there are kids out there just picturing a young Vegard with a lighter and just
I was more saying in the legality perspective.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah, so I heard what you said and I didn't take it in. That was how I first got music as well. But it wasn't LimeWire. Oh, I don't know if it was called LimeWire. I just remember people sending songs via Bluetooth. This is why I'm afraid of turning 25. Will I not be able to feel nostalgic for music that I listened to for the first time when I was 26?
Yeah, I don't think it literally works like that.
I don't think, there's a cutoff date. You turn 26, that's it, he's done. No, but so much of music is nostalgia. It's so easy to latch on to the stuff that you loved as a teenager. I get really annoyed when a song from a TV show gets stuck in my head from when I was a kid, a Disney Channel song. And every now and again I'll just be sitting around and I'll be like, dance floor, determinate.
You know what the song is? The song is Ali and AJ, and it's the one which is wait, let me just play it.
I don't know what Ali and AJ is.
Ali and AJ, as in the icons on Disney Channel. They have the potential breakup song, Seamus. That's them.
What's that?
Okay, you guys, we can't.
I love the idea Vegard looked up at the camera as if they had a shot on him. Okay, well, So we've now seen Vegod's roots. I don't know, if you're an American raised in Tennessee, let's say, I'm imagining country music is going to be more intrinsically linked to the music you grew up listening to, and therefore you're probably going to like it more.
But this is way less relevant now.
Yes, because you have access to the world of music now. Yeah. There has been a definite shift in the last, like, 3 years. 3 years ago, getting your song on the radio is the way of getting your music out there, showing it to an audience that maybe, and letting them find out that you've released songs. It's not like that anymore at all, is it? It's all about, oh yeah, you need a viral TikTok song, and that's how you're going to be a successful musician.
I mean, yeah. I think TikTok completely changed the music industry.
I'm a big albums listener, whereas most other people hear one song they like and add it to their playlist of their favorite songs. And I think TikTok is perfect for that, because you hear a song on TikTok and you're like, oh, I like that song, I'm going to download that, put it on my favorite songs playlist. I think I would have refused to listen to pop music just on a principle until I was at least 19.
You were one of those people that was like, I don't listen to that kind of music, it's just basic.
Because that was the whole thing when everyone was like sending songs over Bluetooth. I just could get these songs. I was like, I don't like these songs. But that's the whole thing. I'm like, I look back on myself when I was about 14, 15, and I was like, I listened to one genre of music and refused to listen to anything else until I was about 19. But actually, the reason was because I didn't buy myself a streaming service until I was 19. So therefore, all I had was about 5 albums. There was no range to what I listened to. I listened to about 4 artists total. But I feel like since I've turned about 19, 20, I have very much diversified my music listening. Name a genre, I probably like it. I was talking to someone, I was like, what are the albums you're most excited for this year? And I was just kind of like, Stormzy and Taylor Swift. And they're like, that's like the widest, like, most different music possible, and those are the 2 albums I'm most anticipating this whole year. Midnights has come out in the last few days. In this last, I want to say, it's been 3 days, Vegard has just gone full on Taylor Swift stan.
As if I wasn't already, but
like, no, but you know what I mean.
Jim is barely woken up and I'm like, hello, do you want to hear about our Lord and Savior, Taylor Swift? So,
yeah.
See, that makes it hard to enter into the video, because you just went, so, yeah. Now I don't have a reaction for what I'm saying.
Sorry, I get you. I just thought that was so funny. It was just like an end of a... so I'm not good at reacting. I'm just kind of like, okay, next point.
I love to partake in the craziness of fandom sometimes. I think it's very fun to speculate about her release order. I don't think it's very fun to speculate about her sexuality. So that's what I'm like, okay, you guys go be, you know, wilding out over there.
When Coming Up for Air came out in 2015, I was just like this. You've gone through my old tweets. Like, you've seen what I used to be like on Twitter. But then I think Game Show by Two Door Cinema Club ruined all album releases for me ever. I was just like, I can never get excited again. That's
what I mean though. I think it's fun to like tap into that. But I saw someone give Midnight's 7 out of 10. And the stands were saying that was crazy and it was a bad score.
7 out of 10 is a good score.
7 out of 10 is like, it's very good.
I don't think there's a single album in the world I would give 10 out of 10. I don't give 10s. Because that would imply it's perfect.
But how are you, if you always do that, how are you ever gonna get a 10 out of 10?
I'm never gonna get it. If I give my favorite Two Door Cinema Club album, Beacon, a 9.9 out of 10, then it means there's a potential in the future that they could make an album that's 10 out of 10.
So when you're told by the doctor at whatever age, like, oh, you have 2 days left, are you gonna then look back and be like, yeah, actually, I'll say that was the 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd do the same with Toy Story as well. Maybe on my dying day, I will go, I saw the 10s. I just didn't call them 10s. Here's a big thing for me.
Wait, we haven't talked enough about Midnights.
So especially with an album like Midnights, see, still talking about Midnights. I can't listen to it in any way other than in order.
Oh yes, oh my god, this frustrates me so much.
Vegard just shuffles albums and I'm like...
I've learned from you a little bit. Because now often I listen to the album first time in order. Because
I also love just listening to albums where you can't tell where the transitions are. And I do like it when someone structures an album like that. Whereas other times albums can feel like just a collection of singles. However, with that said, I do think this isn't as much of, oh, I care about the narrative, as much as I just like the comfort of it. I like the
knowing.
The knowing. I don't like the uncertainty. I like things to be in my control. I like the idea of, okay, I know what's coming next.
What about queuing?
I would say I mostly do just listen to albums in order. I like to listen to albums. But, for example, I wouldn't have a problem with going on an artist's page if their music's kind of similar and just shuffling their music. I would do that. When someone goes, oh, do you have a Spotify playlist? What kind of music do you listen to? And I'm like, I don't have one.
You don't have a playlist, do you?
No, I can give you my favorite albums from the last 10 years. I can give you a conclusive 2012, 2013, 2014, 15, but no, I can't. I don't have a playlist. I would say as well, you're a lot more lyrically focused than me.
Yeah.
I will listen to a music. What am I saying? I will listen to a song 20 times and I won't know all the lyrics. I'll know my favorite lines from it. For me, it's the vibe, like melodically and harmonically, that's really gonna sell me on it. I think my favorite tracks from Midnights are the simplest tracks. I would say Labyrinth's my favorite track after 3 days. The reason I like it, 3 chords, really simple, and I like the premise of this, like, oh no, I've fallen in love again. And that's the only line I can think of is, oh no, I've fallen in love again. That's the only line I can think of from that song. That's all I need. I just need the vibe and a couple lyrics.
Yeah, I'm very much lyrically focused, but I can also overlook a lot of lyrics if I like the sound of a song. But then on something like You're on Your Own, Kid, I'm purely listening to the lyrics. Yeah.
Like, for example, even like when writing songs, lyrics, I think are the most important part. And wait, actually, got some lyrics. Okay. Because I find lyrics to be like the most exciting thing to do. This is my favorite lyrics that I've ever written. The song is called Throw It All Away. And I like the premise of this song. And one of the things I did when writing it was I Googled things you should throw away. Some of the things it said you should throw away are like a lock that you don't have a key for, or like a broken clock or something. I wanted to write around the premise of something that you didn't want to happen that has arrived. I've been waiting for this moment, watching a broken clock.
Whoa, that's cool.
That's good, right?
Yeah, that's really cool.
And it's also fitting in with the theme of Throw It All Away. Oh my God, no way. I have a lyric called Escaping the Labyrinth Together.
Send a cease and desist to Miss Taylor Allison Swift. Cease and desist, Taylor Allison Swift. Wow, the lyrics are just coming out of me.
The next section I had was, I want to talk about what's the best fictional song of all time?
On a Roll by Ashley O.
I love that you had an answer prepared for this. I thought like I would have to fully like explain this question. I put a prompt in. Maybe Vegard will want to think of Hannah Montana.
This is my jokey answer.
Okay.
I think I have other answers, but this is really good. I'm gonna see if you can guess who the artist is.
Miley Cyrus.
Yeah. It's Miley Cyrus' character in Black Mirror.
Okay, because I have an answer, but it was never released as a real song, which makes it a proper fictional song. Pop Goes My Heart from Music and Lyrics. But this song is not like, you can't download this song. This song, by all accounts, does not exist. This is arguably the best song of all time, and it's not even real. And said I wasn't gonna lose my head, but then pop goes my heart.
Oh, you know what's really funny to me? Because I've been listening so much to High School Musical recently.
I don't think the High School Musical songs count as fictional songs personally, because I think because it's a movie with a real soundtrack. Because it's a musical, so they're performing the songs. They're not writing the songs in universe.
Yeah, they are in High School Musical. A lot of them. Okay, but you know what? My point was, I think it's really funny to listen to the different voices that happen in High School Musical songs, because he sings so specifically. Living in my own world. That's him, right?
Yeah, it's switched. I mean, they've done an alright job at covering it up, but like they have got professionals on the job, but it is still a bit of an odd one. Like imagine me starting a sentence.
And me finishing it.
and it sounding like the same person. Can you imagine me starting a sentence and me finishing
it?
Okay. We don't have to go immediately because we can cut the angle.
Okay, yeah.
Can you imagine me starting a sentence?
And me finishing it?
You've really taken us on a tangent here. But yeah, okay. The music episode. Thank you for watching. We're gonna end this with a song. This has been the music episode. Make sure to leave a like, check out my Patreon for a longer version of this video. You can subscribe, watch another video, and yeah, that's all I've got to say. Bye. Thank you.